Okay, a wee bit of time has passed. I thought it wasn't really necessary to go through the whole storming the castle scene yet again. So I've skipped through that. We've skipped the flashback to when everything went down in this town. And now the hawk wants to kill our girl, so we're gonna have Lugus arrest her. And I guess that's gonna happen right now.
Kill her.
Yeah, if we kill the witch.
She's a witch. If she's gone.
A single statement spreads like wildfire. No! Why? Allies and enemies alike began to say the same thing one after another. The flames. The scene that I just saw earlier with the dancing fire circled around in my mind. No! I tried to deny it, but one man jumped in front of me and grabbed my arm. And then... Gah! I was held down on the ground with a sword placed near my neck.
Don't move.
Lugus? I was held down and couldn't move. Why was he doing this? Hopefully we find out this time.
Lugus! What are you doing? Get away from Jed right now! Or else!
Seeing Levi taking up his sword, the people around him surrounded and stopped him. They must have been from the wolf faction. They were trying to restrain the two.
I caught the witch. Restrain those people too. Yes, sir!
This time, the people of the Hawk clan responded to Lugus's voice. Even the people who were fighting as Olgar's men were no exception. Hi, Hugh. Hi, Ashen Hawk. In the blink of an eye, they were all surrounded with swords pointed. Ashen Hawk and Hugh didn't even pretend to resist.
Master Lugus? What? Master Olgar too? Naturally. That man is the cause of this war in the first place. Yes, sir! Excuse us!
Olgar seemed to make a self-deprecating scoff as he quietly submitted. Anyone who could probably start the fight again were all restrained. Lugus then made a bold statement.
I, Lugus, will now become the lord of the Hawk clan in place of Olgar. I promise to announce their sentencing to everyone.
The applause and cheers were scattered. Well, he's the Hawk Lord now. My arms were twisted by Lugus as he took me out of the room. Lugus, why are you doing this? No answer. He didn't even look at me. He pushed me from behind as we went up the stairs. There was a passage that went through the opening in the ceiling. We arrived at the dusty and muggy attic. There was a single candle that provided light. The window was small and there were metal bars over it. The glass was extremely dirty, so I couldn't see what was outside. The trap door was closed, and I hear a muffled voice beyond it.
Your sentencing will be made known not long from now.
Lugus! It was like he was back to the old Lugus. The cold-hearted heir to the Hawks who didn't see others as fellow human beings. Was this really the same person who told me about that fairy tale at the church?
I will protect this town in my own way. This is the town my previous and current father wanted to protect. If it is for that, I will fight alongside you. If you or anyone else has to face Olga, kill him without hesitation.
He told me to kill his father for the sake of the town. Now was he also going to kill me for the sake of the town? The footsteps moved further away. Soon silence overcame me. I could only hear my own breath. In this dark and quiet space, I suddenly felt helpless and wrapped my arms around my knees. Too many things happened at once. I needed to gather my thoughts. Yes. Calm down. Calm down. I tried to force myself to calm down so that I wouldn't go insane. Okay. So now she's gonna go back over all the information that we learned during the flashback. So that's probably a good place to stop for now. Because I don't think we see Lugus again until the map section. And then hopefully we find out why he did what he did there. I'm pretty convinced he did it to save her life in that immediate time. Because I think everyone was out for blood. And he's like, I got her. She's restrained. It gives me like time to plan. That's my hope anyway. So yeah, I'll bring you guys in when we get to the map. Okay, yep, I was right. Nothing else happened with Lugus in the interim. Lots of Ashen, Hawk, and Hugh stuff. But now we're here, so we're going to do the Snowdrop Field first, because there was actually 2 episodes we need to do in this map. Thank you again, Mara, for letting me know what I need to do to actually get to Lugus's end. So normally what we've been doing is we've been hanging out with the guy, then going to the main story and thinking about something in the church, and then picking an option from there. That apparently is not the case with Lugus. We have to do the Snowdrop Field and then another episode, and from there it branches off to Lugus's ending. So it's quite curious. We'll find out together. But first, Snowdrop Field. I can actually approach him this time. By the time I realized that I was walking toward the Snowdrop Field, I wondered why I was there. Was I hoping to see someone? He was the one who put me in the jail cell. After all. I went through the forest and arrived at the field of snowdrops. It's so pretty. Amidst the white field stood a silhouette. The fog is light today, so I could tell who it was. He was holding on to a single snowdrop flower. Lugus. I hid behind a tree instinctively. If Lugus found me, he'd capture me again and take me back to the jail cell. But instead of walking away in secret, we will believe in him. After some hesitation, I made my decision. I should be honest with how I feel. I wanted to see Lugus. That's why I'm here. And he was now in front of me. There was no reason to hesitate. I showed myself from behind the tree. Lugus must have already noticed me as he was looking my way. How did he know the other times we were there? Awkward. Our eyes met. I took one step toward him. He did not move. He simply stared at me as I approached him. Neither of us said a word. Just a little more and I could touch him. Ah! The moment I sensed Lugus move, he grabbed me so strongly that I couldn't shake him off. I couldn't run away. Is he taking me back to the jail cell? By his own hand. But that didn't happen. He pulled me toward him and I tripped over myself. It was supposed to be romantic, but instead I went, ah! Whoa, whoa. I'm like, where are you putting my face, Lugus? Lugus embraced me as I fell toward him. I could feel him holding me tighter than when he grabbed my arm. Lugus? I'm just really worried about where she is, but I think she's okay. My face was buried in his chest. Okay, thank goodness. But I looked up at him. In that moment. Hey! Second kiss, let's go! These two are so passionate about their kisses. He kissed me. Yes, exactly like that time. When he mistook me for someone he was waiting for, he kissed me without even knowing who I was. Just like then.
Oh.
He quickly moved his face away. Aww. Lugus stared at my face intensely. That's kind of cute. I like that. For some reason, I couldn't bear his gaze. I looked away and tried to push myself off him, but it was no use. Lugus used his hand on my cheek to have me turn back to him, making our gazes meet once more.
There is no way you are here. Am I seeing an illusion?
I escaped. He should already know that. He was the one who put me in the cell in the first place.
Yes, that must be it. I'm seeing an illusion of the woman I long for. If you are an illusion, there is no way I can capture you.
It was a roundabout way of saying it, but he seemed to be saying he wouldn't capture me again. This was coming from someone who, of his own accord, decided to imprison, embrace, and kiss me. Such a selfish man. It wasn't my intention to be mad, but my words came out like a sulk. Meh.
I did what I did because I believed that was the best for the situation.
Lugus moved away from me. So you didn't betray me. Lugus acted with firmness, but he did answer with a slightly sorry tone.
In that situation, any one of them could have attacked you.
I freaking knew it!
I did it so that you wouldn't be killed. Forgive me.
I freaking knew it! You are a smart man, and I feel good about the fact that you acted that way, so good job for saving your girl. Ah. I never thought that Lugus would betray me, but hearing that made me feel slightly more relieved. After that, we became silent. I squatted down, but Lugus remained standing as we looked at the snowdrop flowers. I wondered if Arya ever came to the Snowdrop Field. I didn't know why I thought that. I had the feeling that I'd seen this scenery before. That's interesting.
There is something I realized after seeing all of it.
How unusual. Lugus was speaking in hesitation. You mean what happened in the past? He nodded. After pausing some more, he reluctantly spoke again.
The reason Francisca did that was because of me.
Huh?
When I was a child, I met Arya. It was before Olgar adopted me.
Lugus had met my mother before. I was surprised, but it wasn't impossible. After all, both of them had lived in this town much longer than I had. But his statement of it being his fault concerned me. I waited for him to continue.
She treated even someone like me, the son of a poor craftsman, with so much kindness. When I followed my father to her home one time by chance, I heard her say, "I am a witch."
I'm a witch. Oh, was that? So are you saying that dream we had was us actually seeing it from Lugus's perspective? Although she did call Jed Air in that dream. Maybe it was a mixture of flashback and dream? That'd be interesting.
I told that to my father, word for word. As a child, I was deathly afraid of witches.
So the person Francisca paid off then?
That was my father. He was an accomplice to Francisca's scheme, and was murdered by Olgar.
His current father had killed his biological father. Lugus must not have known that until he saw that flashback.
My father wished for peace when he made the stained glass window at the church. Olgar, father, although his methods may have differed, he did so in hopes of protecting this town. I'm the one who made them both mad.
That's not true. Olgar went insane because of that magical stone.
I'm the one who gave Olgar that stone.
You did? To Olgar? After hearing that, I didn't know what to say anymore. Lugus was not at fault. There was no doubt about that. But I couldn't think of what to say to defend him.
It was a precious ring that I had received from someone, and I gave it to Olgar, as my token of my loyalty for his adopting me. I gave that ring to show that I had thrown away all hesitation and regrets, in order to swear allegiance to him. I've tried to live my life with no regrets, and yet, I had not expected this outcome.
Lugus gave a self-deprecating smile, but it seemed sad and empty. The expression he wore showed nothing but pain. Lugus said that he was the cause of everything. That wasn't wrong, but it wasn't right either. It wasn't something Lugus had to shoulder on his own. That's why Lugus, what do you want to do with this world?
The world?
I didn't know why I asked him this. It could have been something that was completely irrelevant.
I know full well that it's too late, and that I have no right to wish this. But if possible, I want to protect this town. Both of my fathers loved this town, after all.
Lugus wanted the town to continue existing.
But make no mistake, I don't want the town to continue existing in its distorted state. A town is where people live. It is meaningless unless it's a warm and cheerful place that people can call home. It's not desirable in this state where people are in constant fear. That's why, if you wish to stay alive, I will let you go free.
Our eyes met again. I wasn't needed in the world Lugus wanted. A witch would do nothing but fan the flames of worry and doubt among the townspeople. And he said he would let me go free, if that was what I wanted. Lugus moved closer to me and took my hand.
Or perhaps, if you would choose another path, I shall kill you with my own hands.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that. This is such a mess. Oh no. After saying that, he kissed the palm of my hand with profound reverence. My palm was caught between Lugus's warm hand and his cold lips. He intended to take responsibility for the town and for me until the very end. I could sense his strong will from my palm. I have to return soon.
I see.
Lugus moved away. His body heat around my hand soon dissipated, and I felt lonely because of it. But I couldn't depend entirely on him. The one that needed to make the decision was me. I want some time. I will tell you my decision then. Lugus nodded quietly in response. Well, I guess we got two options. We can run away. The town stays distorted and he'll take care of it as best he can, or he can do what's best for the town. And, I mean, Jed is thinking about sacrificing herself to save the town anyway. So, I mean, if she was going to die, she probably would want Lugus to be the one to kill her. It would make sense. Oof, I don't like our options, boys and girls. Okay, now on to the second episode, which is Foggy Forest to the prison. We gotta talk to Olgar and Hugh, apparently. And the decision we make here branches us off to Lugus's ending. I don't even remember what this was. It's been so long. But it was something, had something to do with whether we were going to kill Olgar, I think. So, I guess let's see what happens. Oh, you're back already? No, I wanted to check up on you. I was worried and came back to the jail cell only to find myself still there. Hugh was still working diligently as my body double. I wanted to be out for a little longer. Is that okay? Of course. Oh, but how about saying hi to the newcomer before you go? A newcomer at this hour? Maybe they chose to come now to avoid being seen by others. Look over there. In the other jail cell. I looked in the direction past the bars where Hugh was pointing. Olgar was there. What? I gasped. I didn't think Olgar would be thrown into the same jail. Don't you have something you want to talk to him about? Urged by Hugh, I walked up to Olgar's cell. Hey, Dad. Each step I took brought me closer. Soon I was in front of him, separated only by the bars. Noticing my presence, Olgar looked up. The first thing I noticed was the difference in his eyes. They no longer had that crazed look, and they were quite bright. Seeing him this way was much more powerful than before. I felt like I would be overwhelmed, but I stood my ground and stared back at him. Olgar's lips curved slightly into a smile.
You resemble Arya.
He mumbled my mother's name, his wife's name. Are you really my father?
No.
I asked him a rhetorical question, but he denied it immediately.
There is only one daughter of the Hawk Lord, and you are not her.
It was obviously a lie, but I was glad that he said it. I was not his daughter. His only daughter was T. T is still alive, although she's not well enough to get up yet. Olgar didn't say anything, simply looking away from me. He may have been relieved to know that T was safe, or perhaps it was out of guilt that he hurt her.
Haku, I know you're listening.
He talked past me to the other person here. What is it, my master?
Stop with your fake acting.
I see. Well, excuse me then.
Hello? He was standing next to me. He escaped the cell and was back in his original form. Olgar's like, I've had enough of your shenanigans, okay?
Is there something you'd like to ask?
You said that this world is of my making.
Yours and Apris's.
He's already dead. What happens to this world should I die?
It may vanish, I believe.
For a second, I doubted my ears. This world would vanish even if the Kaleidovia wasn't completed. So I didn't need to die?
But that chance is extremely small. It's true that you and Apris have created this world, but it is formed with the shared memories and imaginations of many people. I have no idea how much of an effect there would be if you died.
I see.
Olgar thought for a few seconds and then turned to me again.
Jed, was it?
Yes.
Kill me.
What?
What are you so surprised about? That was your wish, wasn't it?
I did think that I wanted to avenge Francisca, and he was the cause of all the strife in this town. But now that I had found out the truth of the magical stone and what had happened in the past, I couldn't direct any of my hatred toward Olgar.
If there is a chance to end it all, it should be tried. Otherwise, this entire town will be swallowed up by hatred.
Because I'm a witch.
If it were that simple, the townspeople could kill you, and that would be the end of it.
You're saying there's more to it?
At the very least, there are people who aided you. Apris's sons, their servants, and...
It seemed like he was about to say a name, but stopped.
There are those who think of you as a witch, and those who do not. There will be a confrontation between the two sides. And that will happen whether you're alive or dead.
No. If I'm alive, it will cause worry to those who think of me as a witch. But if I died, would that mean that Levon and Levi would seek revenge from the people who chased me to my death? If that were to occur, the war would never end. If the town wouldn't disappear even when I died. If someone completed the Kaleidovia...
What Olgar is saying is likely to be correct.
Even Hugh was saying this. Then what should I do? I was completely lost. Should I kill Olgar and hope for that? That's not right.
If only you were the big bad witch.
Huh?
The big bad witch is meant to be defeated. A happy ending would be waiting after triumphing over evil.
Stop interrupting.
Olgar glared at Hugh, who shrugged nonchalantly.
It would be better to lay out as many possibilities as possible.
He whispered to me in a way only I can hear.
There's no need to think of anything else. Kill me, and it will all be over.
There was something that didn't seem right about what Olgar said. It was as if he had a death wish. Do you want it to end?
Yes, that's right. To me, the snow is the same as Arya's ashes. I've hated this town where the ashes of death continue to fall. I could finally see her one more time. I clutched at that single sliver of hope, but even that is not meant to be. Then again, even if I were able to meet Arya, she would just reject me. She would not want to be embraced by my blood-stained hands.
I had never heard him give such a long soliloquy, but without a doubt it came from his heart. Olgar had lived the past decade grasping for hope and devoting his whole being to madness. That was his life until today. And now Olgar had a new desire, his very own death.
Now, kill me with your own hands.
Oh, so this is the new choice you're talking about, Mara, eh? Because I didn't kill him. But if I'm going to go on a branch... Oh... I have to kill my dad and Lugus's father. Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what the ... is? Is that ... death? Alright, I mean, I know this doesn't do anything. We just kind of go back to the map, and I'm not meant to go back to the map. So, here we go. Please give me some time. I couldn't decide. At the very least, I couldn't make the decision to kill Olgar right now.
You don't have much left.
I know that, but still. Hugh, can I ask you to be my double for a little longer?
Your wish is my command.
I wasn't trying to run away. I told that to myself. If I stayed here with Olgar any longer, I was sure I'd...
Now, kill me with your own hands.
Olgar's voice echoed in my head. I couldn't immediately respond by saying that I wouldn't kill him. The man who murdered Francisca. A part of me didn't want to admit he was my biological father. It didn't absolve him from what he's done until now. Time had taken an equal toll upon both me and Olgar. Just being told that we were related by blood didn't change things so easily. I can't decide. I didn't meet anyone else and quietly went back to the jail cell. I didn't speak to Olgar after that.